also working on a certain fish that's taken over a beautiful lake called Michigan, right?
What the heck is that?
Please listen carefully.
She's as funny as Lucy and she's in the know. She's as smart as Bill and always on the go. It's the Patsy Hoolahan Show.
Well, this is just crazy times, and it's look out for the fish. Oh my gosh.
We're also working on a certain fish that's taken over a beautiful lake called Michigan, right? And that's a tough one. That's a tough one. It's very, do you want to just talk about that?
Sure, Mr. President. Yeah, first of all, I want to thank you for caring so much about Michigan. We've been working a long time. We couldn't get Joe Biden to do anything about either one of these issues, particularly Selfridge Air Force Base. It'll be critical to Michigan's economy and our security when you're able to deliver us another mission there. But on the Asian carp, for years, when Obama was there, we could never get anyone to do anything about this invasive species that's going to destroy our Great Lakes. You know how important recreational fishing and so much of that is to our state.
Over the last 3 decades, the carp have moved up the Mississippi and through its tributaries. Today, the leading edge of the population hovers about 50 miles from Lake Michigan. The fear now, the carp could get into Lake Michigan and then into the other 4 Great Lakes. Their most likely path is a series of canals dug in the Chicago area in the 1800s to connect Lake Michigan to the Mississippi River system. The canals provided new shipping lanes, carried away sewage, and were hailed as a great feat of engineering.
But it also created a whole set of new problems.
Brameyer says Asian carp in the Great Lakes could spell disaster for the region's environment and economy.
Well, the Democrats are not happy that Governor Whitmore, a Democrat, was in the Oval Office while Trump was signing executive orders. And, of course, The View and many others think that she was tricked into it.
Has this gotten into any of the other lakes yet? Because you would think it would be pretty easy because they're all sort of connected.
It's why we're working so hard to make sure that, we work with the Army Corps and erect a barrier so that the Asian carp can't get into Lake Michigan. It'll devastate the ecosystem, the economy, tourism, and it's 20% of the world's fresh waters in the Great Lakes, Mr. President, which is why it's so important that as a nation we protect the pristine waters.
Gretchen Whitmer from Michigan, great state of Michigan, and she's really done an excellent job. And a very good person.
Yeah. So maybe he is having some sort of crisis. Maybe he doesn't remember that he didn't care for her.
He had some nicknames for her, right?
Really kind of
That woman.
ugly.
Oh, that woman. I got to tell you, I know that she's getting a lot of flack from it, but as the governor of the great state of Michigan, she has an absolute obligation, I think, to show up there, do business for the people of her state. Her spokesperson said that while she was at the White House to meet with President Trump about Michigan matters, she was surprised to have been pulled into the Oval Office for the executive order signing, and that her presence is not an endorsement of the actions taken. And I think she just got used and played. She clearly looked uncomfortable. Yeah. He tricked her. And he's a trickster. He's a fraudster.
And you're right. She looked very unhappy. I mean, I haven't seen anybody that unhappy in the Oval Office since Marco Rubio was sinking into that meeting.
And then there's that issue of all that jumping.
And where they've really gotten established, they basically shut down streams and lakes from recreation because, for one, when you powerboat through Asian carp habitat, silver carp in particular jump out of the water and can actually hit people in the boats.
Whoa, those fish are pretty brutal. And I guess it's great that Trump is doing something for the environment. Wow.